Everybody, guess what? We got a special guest this afternoon. I am so excited. It's Drake White. How's it going today?
It's going good. How are you?
Good. I was just going back like in the archives of my notes. I think
Hmm.
the first time you and I talked was back in 2017.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yes. One of my favorite songs. It feels good. Still play that occasionally if I need a little pick me up during the day.
Yeah, it's a good one for that.
Yeah. So we want to talk about you have an upcoming show this weekend at FirstBank Amphitheater
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Jamie Johnson.
Yeah. That's a pretty amazing place, huh?
Yeah, have you been there yet?
I haven't seen a show there, but I've been in that amphitheater. I was actually went to a friend's wedding and that they were having at that facility. And it's pretty, I called it like the Red Rocks of Tennessee, but it's actually
Yeah.
limestone. So it's
Yeah.
not red, it's gray, but it's awesome. Yeah.
The Gray Rocks. Maybe we should rename it the Gray Rocks of Tennessee.
The gray rocks would be great. Silver rocks.
Silver Rocks. That
Yeah.
sounds better.
Yeah.
I mean, the acoustics at that place is pretty amazing and just overall a great place to see a show.
Yeah, I agree. I like being out in those type of areas. I grew up around rock quarry in Hokes Bluff, Alabama, and so I just like being in areas like that. So it's going to be cool to be there. It's going to be cool to be there with Jamie and see him do his thing. I'm excited about him having new music and just all the momentum that's kind of going with him after these. It's been a while since he's got new music out, so I know his fans are excited. And I've been a huge fan of his for a long time and good friends with him for a long time. So it's going to be great.
What is it like being out on tour with Jamie right now?
Well, this is the first date. This is the very first date,
Oh,
but
this is the first date. I was thinking it was already started. Okay.
yeah, I just feel like Jamie is, he's got some really good people in his life. I think he's just in a happy spot right now. It feels like, I don't know. I'm not trying to act like I know Jamie like a brother, but I do consider him a friend, and it just seems like he's a happy dude right now. So it's gonna be good.
He always has a lot of really interesting stories.
He is one of those guys that you talk about for
Yeah.
sure. He will be talked about for a long time. He's an interesting cat. He's deeper than the bathtub, and he's got a lot he carries a lot of weight. He carries a lot of in a good way. He carries when he says something, you're usually listening.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, tell me about you've had some changes in your life, a few changes in your life since the last time we've talked. Well, we've talked since 2017, but you're now a dad. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I've been pretty open with the fertility issues that we had for years, and just we, an answered prayer. We watched him come into the earth, back January of 20. What year we in? 2023. So it was just amazing. All the cliches are true. All the things are true. He's 16 months old now. We're playing man-to-man defense, and he's taking a nap right now, or you'd probably hear him right now because he's wide open. But it's great. It's fueled a lot of songs, and the song that we have out right now, "Life, Love, and War," is really was written 2 weeks after he was born, and just kind of like, hey, I hope you walk with Jesus through life, love, and war type of thing.
Yeah, that okay, that's another one of my favorite songs of yours. And you can really tell that you were so influenced by becoming a dad in that. What was it
Yeah,
like to write that song?
it's therapy. Writing songs to me are just a chance to hang out with my friends and to sit down and kind of suss through. It's cheaper than therapy, but it's like it's just it's something that I've used since I was a kid to just kind of suss through thoughts and goals and aspirations. And sometimes you do it when you're sad, sometimes you do it when you're happy. And in this case, I feel like having a kid and becoming a father, becoming a dad. I think it's easy to be a father. It's really the tough thing is being a dad. So um, becoming a father first, and then a dad, and then realizing uh, that you're responsible for this little dude is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah. I know you're a big coffee drinker. How much more coffee have you been drinking since this since this
Yeah,
little guy came into your world?
yeah. The coffee is definitely full all the time. I'm not exactly sure how much, but I quit counting.
Hey, before we go and talk about the show, you had a benefit last year. Benefit was for the brain, which was really interesting. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I suffered a hemorrhagic stroke on stage in Roanoke, Virginia, back in 2019, and it paralyzed my left side, and I had to relearn how to walk. And just coming through all of that and showing having the people that kind of gathered around me, and just the power of prayer and the power of just not taking no for an answer and keeping going. I've started speaking, to groups, and I never thought I'd be a motivational speaker, and that's not what I even call it. I've got a story to tell, and coming through that and coming through all those health issues, um, on the other side, and still having the energy and still having the drive and want to do this. I just feel like I've got something to give the world, more than just songs, and it's kind of a speaking. The speaking engagements have turned into like this. I'm playing this music, so they're concerts, but then it's like this song came from this idea of tenacity, whether it be Giants or Hurts the Healing, or Coast is Clear, whatever that song was. Like, I just kind of put it into this little box, and it's been extremely fulfilling for me. And it's just been a different avenue to go out there and share music and to share my story, and hopefully help some people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, obviously, it has been a very helpful thing for a lot of people. We mentioned the show is coming up on Friday. There's something I heard you say recently in describing your show. You said you were like the Appalachian version of James Brown. Tell me more about that.
Well, self promotion's not my strongest point. I don't necessarily like it, but I don't like doing it. I'm kind of tired of it. I'd rather just play music and let it speak for itself. But um, somebody said that one time. I've always been a big fan of James Brown's performance style, and just how he was just a force to be reckoned with, and getting up there, being from Appalachia, from the Appalachian Mountains, where they drop down in the top half of the state of Alabama, where Jamie's from. He's from Montgomery, by the way, so we call that the ugly part of Alabama. No offense, Jamie, but no offense to anybody from Montgomery. Geez, but the that Appalachian kind of soul funk thing has just always spoke to me. So that bluegrass, banjo music, things that come out of Appalachia, if you put a backbeat to that and you put some soul in that, and I just move. I can't help but move. So that's what I came up with. The
I love it.
Appalachian James Brown.
I love it. I think you should just put that on everything. Drake White / Appalachian James Brown.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Well, the show's on Friday. You're excited about playing locally?
I am. I'm excited about playing Franklin. I've got a bunch of doctors. My therapist and doctors are coming out to kind of see, to look at the progress that we've made over the last 3 or 4 years. That we're talking about completely debilitated in a wheelchair, all the way to doctors saying that I may never walk again, to somebody that's up there calling himself the Appalachian James Brown. And it's well, I'm not calling myself that. It's just, well, I am too. Yeah, I am. I'll own
It's
that.
okay. We're going to let you do that.
Um, but it's a good story. It's a good thing, and kind of our story is there's more good people than bad out there, and there's more good things happening than bad. You just have to find them. They're hard to find when you're watching the television these days. You have to go out and find them. And I think Franklin is this place. I call it the Franklin bubble. It is this place. It feels like heaven. It feels like a utopia. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out there, and not necessarily being right down in the middle of Nashville, which there's a lot of good energy there too. But, um, you know, you don't have to dodge any chairs in Franklin. So it's good. It'll be good.
Yes. Hey, it's been great to catch up with you. It seems like you're still living the dream, which we've
Yeah.
loved watching all these years, and we can't wait to see you on Friday.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, we'll see you soon.
See you.